Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Tony Blackmon here with Paramount Property Investments. Here at another duplex, this time on the north side of Akron on Patterson. Just doing a quick walkthrough on this one. Now, on this particular property, I'm helping a buyer client of mine, as I discussed in a previous blog, that I do have a real estate license in the state of Ohio, and I do help buyers purchase property and sellers to sell property on the open market. Now, my buyer client, she plans on using an FHA loan where she can put 3.5% down to purchase a property. And the bank will lend 96.5% towards the purchase of the property. Now, with this property, I'm a little bit concerned about whether or not the lender would actually lend on this property, because they have FHA appraisers that will inspect the property. And I know for a fact that, like this right here, chipping paint of any sort will get flagged by the the FHA appraisers. FHA appraisers typically are going to be sticklers when it comes to, safety, sound, and sanitary properties. So the reason chipping paint is a concern is because any house built before 1978 may have had lead paint used in it, because lead paint was outlawed and banned after 1978. So lead paint, as you know, can be a hazard to people, especially small children, because small children tend to, put things in their mouths. They like chew on paint, chippings, and things like that. I believe this house was built in 1929. So there's a high possibility that lead paint was used in this property. There's really no guarantee unless you get a lead paint risk assessment, which can run you, I won't say $300 to $500. So a lot of times, if there's chipping paint in older properties, they just want you to scrape it and repaint over it, and that should pretty much take care of the problem. But anywho, my buyer client, she's actually using a strategy that I stress most to aspiring real estate investors. You can buy a single family property, or a multi-family property rather. I recommend getting a 4-unit building and utilizing the FHA loan. FHA will lend you 96.5% on a building that's 1 to 4 units. 1 to 4 units is still considered residential. And you can actually have the opportunity to live in one unit and rent the other units out. So this property is listed for, see here, pretty much $70,000. So she would only be putting down, less than about $3,000 on this property. Her monthly payment is going to range, I would say, about $550 a month, if that, maybe $600 a month. I know rents in this neighborhood on the north side of Akron can range anywhere between $700 to $850 a month. And so she can have the opportunity to live in one unit of this property and rent the other unit out for, $650, $700 a month, depending on the condition of the property. And she'll be pretty much living rent-free, mortgage-free. Her tenant will be paying for her property. So not only is she building up equity and principal pay down, she doesn't have to come out of pocket for her monthly mortgage expense. So the opportunity's out there. that's something you or somebody you know might be interested in, definitely give me a call, 330-685-2220. If you're thinking about selling a house and you don't want to pay realtor fees, we can pay your closing costs. We are looking to buy houses in the city of Akron and Canton and surrounding suburbs. Give us a call. We'd like to make you a fair offer. And we buy an as-is condition. And we can close in 30 days or less. If you want more information on that, just visit our website, www.investparamount.com.